The year was 2017, also known as 10AS, 10 years after Soldier. In this year, the Battle of the Biracials started. In one corner, we had Gary, aka Joyner Lucas, and in the other corner, we had Biracial Bobby, aka Logic. Both biracial rappers, one talked about it a lot more than the other, but they're both biracial, so it works perfectly. The Battle of the Biracials raged on for 2 whole years, but fast forward to the present day, and in 2019, the Battle of the Biracials finally came to an end. Hey guys, CDTVThaG here, and the G, of course, stands for God of Storytelling. Did you watch that intro? I killed that. That was off the top of the head, that story. The Battle of the Biracials is over with this new track from Joyner Lucas and Logic finally squashing their beef to bring us this new song, ISIS. Now, first of all, think of the reactors, Joyner. Why did you have to call this track ISIS? I don't want to see my monetization button develop jaundice. But on the other hand, I'm just very, very happy that this exists, and I can't wait to hear it. Now, Logic is fresh off the release of Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, something that I didn't have the most positive of thoughts towards, you could say. Different beat. What? Who's biracial only in his penis? He wasn't lying on the last track. He doesn't care about lyrics anymore. So yeah, I'm not really gonna have any expectations going into this one. Just we'll see what he comes through with. We'll see. And Joyner's last release was Devil's Work, a song which I didn't 100% agree with what he was saying, but I feel like the song has grown on me over time. I listened to it a couple more times and saw that he was kind of talking from the perspective of being drunk and just saying what was on his mind due to like losing someone close to him. I thought it made the song a lot stronger when it fully hit me kind of what it was about. Also, real quick, you don't need to let me know that I'm late to this reaction. I know that I am. For the very first time, I actually took like a 1 or 2 week like proper break from YouTube, because even when I'm not uploading, you guys don't see what's going on behind the scenes. You don't see the reactions I've recorded that I've not uploaded. You don't see me hyping myself up to record videos or whatever I need to do to record. And that basically happens all the time. So I took a 1 or 2 week break just to fully recover, stay off of social media the whole time. It was really helpful, and that's why I missed this. This dropped the day that I'd started taking my break. On the bright side, that means I have a bunch of things to react to now. Starting with this, I'm gonna get to Denzel's album soon. With that long intro out of the way, let's just jump straight into it, and let's see what Joyner Lucas and Logic are gonna come on. Let's see what Joyner Lucas and Logic are gonna come on. Let's see what Logic and Joyner Lucas are gonna come with on this one.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or better known as ADHD, is a mental disorder. 1 time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for the homies in the child hall. Hoes on the internet shitting on niggas when they really should get out more. 4 times for the days I was all the kidnapping nigga like ISIS.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, this is off to a very strong start, man. The interesting thing about the beat on this one, it reminds me of one of the songs from Scarlord's album. I can't remember what song it was. It's very weird for me to get a Joyner Lucas song that reminds me a little bit of a Scarlord song.
In my whole life, I've been lifeless. Now I'm so fly, I'm a motherfucking flight risk. Niggas throwing stones in my glass house. I remember sleeping on my dad's couch. Now I got the
Joyner Lucas coming through with some of the A flows, but it sounds smooth as hell.
Fucking I'ma hit them till they jumping. I ain't tripping, this is nothing. I've been living in the dungeon. I done held a couple grudges. What the hell I got a jack to meet the devil? I'm a cousin. I ain't said I live with nothing. If I don't fuck with you, I just cut ties. My high school teacher said I'd never be shit. To that bitch that I turned out just fine. Association. It affects roughly 8% of children.
This is interesting because it's the track that most runs with the ADHD idea as well. This is actually the first track from ADHD where ADHD is mentioned and referenced to, I believe. And I think that's pretty cool. It's really got me feeling like it's coming soon. There were rumors before, I believe. I think Joyner said it in an interview that he was going to drop each track individually from the album, just drop every single track as a single, and then at the end just have them compiled into an album. And I personally, I'm not a huge fan of that idea. Like, I'm never gonna complain about new Joyner music, but I would prefer him to just drop a few singles and then just drop the album all at once, you know, the rest of it. It's the traditional way and it doesn't really need to change. But where was I going with that? Basically, I hope this is hinting at the fact that it's coming soon, you know? This really seems like a track to hype up the album. Come on, Logic. Show me what you got, man. Show me what you got.
Double homicide, kill the beat and a verse.
Double homicide.
What's beef? Beef is when you murder motherfuckers on a beat. Kill them all, nah, what's beef? What's peace? Peace is when you leave it in the past, let it heal like a cast. When enough time passes and you blast.
I like this, okay. Logic is already saying more on this album than he said on most of Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. His verse so far has been a reference to his supposed, you know, beef with Joyner. He had a reference here, you know, to it being over as well, saying, what's peace? Peace is when you leave it in the past, let it heal like a cast. This beef, for whatever it was, is over now. He sounds energized on here. He sounds like he's rapping with purpose on here.
When the start shit, high-end drunk, call that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision, and I murder with precision all over your television. That's the mission, like ISIS. Ain't no time to figure over who the nicest. It's logic, it's obvious. Just ask the audience. I've come to body this shit. I'm Regis, you Kelly, you pussy, you pussy. You push me, I'm Louis Vuitton. You at Target with your mom. Far from the minimum, killing them with no riddling. And 5'9" was the middleman to get them in the same room. Now we
oh, okay. Royce the 5'9" started this out.
2 times for the garden that I sold out. 3 times for the street crimes that I committed. Yeah, I did it, but thank God that I made it out. 4 times,
yeah.
6 times for the beats and the rhymes. Fuck the heat and the crime, keep the peace like a waistline.
Okay. That's cool. I really like how on Logic's verse he explained how the differences were settled between Joyner and Logic. Apparently Royce the 5'9" was the middleman, the person who basically got them together to squash it. So that's really cool. So yeah, thank you to Royce the 5'9" for making this possible. And you know what I like about this? I am going to compare it to Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, like the album, a little bit, because that was Logic's most recent work. But what I liked about this is there was barely any real fast rapping to be found from Logic on this song. Because don't get me wrong, I really do like it when Logic raps fast, but it seems like he overdid it on Confessions of a Dangerous Mind and did it in place of putting something into the lyrics. He was just rapping fast to rap fast on that album, in my opinion. And he didn't do it here. He was more steady, he was more concentrated, he sounded more passionate. He sounded like he could put more force into his voice because he wasn't so focused on having this really smooth, fast flow. And yeah, I love the version of the hook that Logic did towards the end of the song there. Great stuff all around. Really, really happy with this one, and I'm gonna listen to it a lot. Interesting thing is, I mean, this doesn't really matter at all, but I wonder if this track was always intended to be a song featuring Logic, because Logic references the fact that he's on a Joyner track in this song, and he references the differences that they had before, but Joyner doesn't reference the fact that Logic is on here or their differences on his verse at all. So I'm wondering if Joyner recorded his parts first and then kind of sent it to Logic at one point and asked them to be on it, or shifted the track around a little bit to fit Logic in. Either way, that's not really a criticism or a praise, it's just an observation, just something I'm kind of wondering about. I was expecting it to just be a hard track that you can replay a lot with some really nice rapping on it, and that is exactly what we got. So Joyner and Logic have came together and they made what I think is a pretty damn good song. I really enjoyed this one. I don't have anything bad really to say about it, and the beat on this one was especially hard. I love the beat on this. So guys, what did you think of ISIS by Joyner Lucas and Logic? Did you enjoy it like I did, or were you maybe not feeling it as much as I was? Either way, I'd be interested to hear what you have to say specifically about the track in the comment section down below. Of course, you can follow me on social media under the name CDTV Productions. I share the account with my twin, who also has a YouTube channel. That's all I got to say for today. Thank you so much for watching, and this is CDTVThaG, signing out.